Welcome to part 3 of the Ice and Fire mod showcase. Last time we looked at some of the hostile creatures in the mod. This time we will be checking out the boss mobs and finally taking a look at the mythical dragons. So let's get into it. Gorgons are mini-bosses that lurk in coastal underground layers and kill anything that looks at them with a petrifying gaze. Gorgons can be located deep down in Gorgon temples. These are gigantic Greek-style crumbling stone temples which spawn randomly in beach biomes. Gorgons will drop one Gorgon head upon their death. Gorgon head can be aimed at a target to turn them into stone. If a Gorgon is looking directly at a player and the player has their crosshair on her, her eyes start glowing a bright yellow, her mouth opens to reveal large fangs, the snakes on her head come to life and she turns that player into stone. Petrified players can be broken with a pickaxe and they will yield 4 to 5 pieces of cobblestone once broken. A surprising thing to note about the Gorgon is that she can also turn other mobs into stone, as long as she and her target are looking directly at each other. Wearing a blindfold will render a player immune to the Gorgon's gaze. However, in response to this, the Gorgon will become more aggressive and start directly attacking the player. Cyclopses are mini-bosses that tend to flocks of sheep inside large stony coves. Upon death, Cyclopses will drop 0 to 10 pieces of raw mutton, 1 to 10 pieces of leather, 0 to 5 pieces of wool, and they have a 50% chance to drop 1 Eye of Cyclops and a 2.5% chance to drop 1 Cyclops skull. The Eye of Cyclops can be held to affect all nearby hostile enemies with weakness. Cyclopses are hostile and will attack almost every mob that comes nearby, including players and dragons. Once a Cyclops sees its target, it will let out a loud, rumbling roar and come rushing at the player. Despite their ferocity, Cyclopses do not attack passive animals and often tend to let them be. In fact, they are expert sheep herders and any nearby sheep will follow them as they walk. As well as this, any mob or player that attacks a Cyclops flock of sheep ends up angering the Cyclops. Players may wear a full set of sheep disguise armor and sneak to avoid being detected, trampled and bitten to death by the Cyclops. Players may reduce Cyclops' detection range by blinding their eyes. This can be done only by hitting their eyes hitbox with projectiles such as eggs, snowballs, ender pearls, arrows, and dragon's breath projectiles. If done correctly, Cyclopses will scream in pain and their eyes will become permanently injured, leaving them incapable to target players that are more than 4 blocks away from them. Look at this graph! A large amount of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so if you do enjoy the video and you want to help me out, please do click that nice red subscribe button down below. It's totally free and you can always unsubscribe later if you want. Sea serpents are ferocious reptilian marine predators that terrorize the vast oceans and attack any smaller creatures they see. They come in 7 different colors. There's blue, deep blue, teal, green, purple, bronze, and red. Sea serpents commonly spawn on world generation in ocean and deep ocean biomes. Upon death, sea serpents will drop 1 to 30 sea serpent scales, 1 to 3 serpent fangs, and they have a 2.5% chance to drop 1 sea serpent skull. The drops can be used to craft Tide Guardian armor as well as the Tide Trident, which can be thrown to pierce multiple enemies, and Tide arrows which have no projectile fall off underwater. Sea serpents are hostile and will attack everything that comes nearby, including players and dragons. When attacking, sea serpents will usually take a bite out of their prey. If their quarry is further away, they will fire a jet of boiling water from their maws, rapidly damaging their target over time. Finally, if their target is riding a boat, swimming near the surface, or standing near the shore, they will let out a loud, booming roar before leaping out of the water. Hydras are mini-bosses known for their deadly venom and the ability to regenerate their severed heads. They initially spawn with 3 heads, but can have anywhere from 2 to as many as 9 heads. They come in 3 colors, green, teal, and red. They can be found in Hydra layers, which are small mounds of dirt without a roof and contain a few chests. These layers will spawn randomly in swamp biomes. Upon defeating a Hydra, it drops various items, including 0 to 5 Hydra fangs, 0 to 4 pieces of rotten flesh, and there's a 10% chance for it to drop 1 Hydra heart, and 2.5% chance to drop 1 Hydra skull. Hydra heart is a rare drop from the Hydra and a legendary weapon. When it's in your hotbar, it gives increasing regeneration based on how injured the holder is. The lower your health is, the greater your regeneration will be. Hydras are hostile and will attack anything nearby, including players and dragons. They use venomous attacks by spewing venom from their mouths, dealing damage and inflicting poison. When damaged, a Hydra can lose a head, but it regenerates 2 more heads after 6 seconds. It can have up to maximum of 9 heads, and extra heads will boost its attack speed. Fire can prevent the head regeneration. If a Hydra is lit on fire for long enough, it will eventually die. Using a fire dragon steel sword, flamed dragon bone sword, or any fire enchanted weapon is very effective. Once the heads are gone, players can finish it off with a bow or with a melee attack. And finally, we move on to the much anticipated dragons. Dragons are known for their deadly abilities, including flight and their formidable reputation. They have 9 natural attacks, and fully grown they can reach up to 50 blocks in length. Dragons can progress through 5 stages of development. There are 3 variants of dragon. There is the fire dragon, ice dragon, and lightning dragon. All dragons will come in 4 different colors. Fire dragons can come in fiery red, emerald green, gold yellow, and smoky black. Ice dragons can come in icy blue, gem blue, silver white, and snowy white. Lightning dragons can come in amethyst purple, dark black, copper brown, and electric blue. Younger dragons in stages 1 to 3 are found on small surface roosts, while older ones, stage 4 and sometimes 5, will lurk in underground caverns. Fire dragons can spawn in biomes with temperatures above -0.5, except jungle, savannas, and badlands. And ice dragons can spawn in biomes with temperatures below -0.5, including snowy biomes like ice spikes, deep sea, and cold sea. And lightning dragons can spawn in jungle, savanna, and badlands biomes. Loot from a dragon will vary with what stage it is. The drops may include dragon scales, dragon heart, dragon flesh, or dragon blood. A dragon skull and dragon bones are always going to be dropped. Dragon eggs, which are important for breeding, can drop from stage 4 to 5 female dragons. And the dragon scales can be used to craft armor, and the dragon bones can be used to make tools. Dragons are hostile and will attack most nearby mobs, including players. They are capable of spotting prey from 64 blocks away. Dragons may rest in roosts with valuable metals and chests. They can fly rapidly, making melee combat quite challenging. They breathe deadly fire, ice, or lightning depending on the dragon they are, and they have 9 natural attacks including a roar, a bite, their breath, and more. Roars can inflict weakness, and stage 4 plus dragons can inflict weakness too. Different dragon variants will attack each other. For example, fire dragons will attack ice dragons and lightning dragons, so avoid putting them all close together. While dragons can't be tamed dragons are achieved through hatching an egg. Fire dragon eggs must be placed on fire to hatch, ice dragon eggs need to be placed in water for hatching, and lightning dragon eggs must be placed in the rain to start hatching, and a bolt of lightning will strike when they hatch. 2 dragons can be bred if they are opposing genders and stage 4 or higher. Fire dragons can be bred using a fire lily mixture, ice dragons can be bred using a frost lily mixture, and lightning dragons can be bred using a lightning lily mixture. Dragons have an inventory for dragon armor and a banner. They will take 25 days to progress per stage, and 125 days to reach their maximum size. Growth can be accelerated through the use of dragon meal. Baby dragons can be carried on the owner's shoulders until stage 2. Stage 3 plus dragons can be mounted and controlled by the player. Various items like the dragon command staff and dragon horns allow players to interact with and control tamed dragons. The dragon forge is used to make corresponding dragon steel ingots of its type using bottles of dragon blood and iron ingots. A stage 3 plus dragon, when near a complete dragon forge, will automatically breathe its corresponding breath onto the forge and begin the process of making dragon steel ingots. The blocks required are as follows: 1 dragon forge core, 1 dragon forge input, 8 dragon bone blocks, and 17 dragon forge bricks. Once correctly constructed, you may insert iron ingots and the dragon blood. With the newly forged dragon steel ingots, you can then craft armor and weapons. These are the strongest in the mod. And that's all for the Ice and Fire mod showcase. This is a fantastic mod that is guaranteed to spice up your survival experience. The mod can be downloaded down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.